Welcome back. Financial Forecaster here, and today we're talking to you Taat shareholders. That includes me, that definitely includes me, but I know anybody watching this video is just waiting. God, when are the earnings reports? Well, I don't have the answer for you, and I have some questions for Taat, I have some speculations for Taat, and this is going out. This is not about a stock that is safe. This is not about a stock that is going to just sit there and run up nicely. This is a speculative, low volume, low flow, shot to the moon. This is my gambling stock. This is my lottery ticket stock, and I have $10,000 invested in this stock, and I want to talk about Taat today. So if you're ready to hear my opinions, if you're ready to learn maybe something new about Taat, come along for the ride. Taat Global Alternatives, guys, let's go into it. Financial Forecaster. If you love Taat as much as me, please hit a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We talk about Taat all the time on the channel. Let's go. Taat, Financial Forecaster, going in. All right, guys, so Taat. If you don't know what Taat is, it's an alternative cigarette, no nicotine, no tobacco. This is the immediate thing that got me interested in it. I wasn't going to invest into it. It's like all of these penny stocks you look at, all these fledgling companies, all of these small cap stocks that you get interested, you read up on, and as I read more, I got hungrier. And I got hungrier. There is a reason why I got hungrier, because the depth of the management experience. Seti Coscarella coming from Philip Morris, and Joe Deegan, who has built the company, has named the company, who understands the product and is just important as Seti Coscarella. These two men by themselves have done next to the impossible with making a company within less than a year that is already talking about global expansion. They are going to move into Canada. They're moving into Europe. They have plans to move into Asia. They're slowly planning their expansion in the States. Now, we are all Taat shareholders who are watching this. And I cannot tell you the joy that other Taat shareholders are watching the store count every week tick up. 3 more stores here, 4 more stores here, just completely overtaking Ohio. Now, I know a lot of you guys out there are like, well, why isn't Taat expanding everywhere? Why aren't they taking any store they can? Well, Seti Coscarella has gone over this a couple of times on his interviews in Rich TV. They don't want to be, and now I want to say this, I completely agree with him. It's frustrating as a shareholder, but for a cigarette company, now again, I say cigarette loosely because there's no nicotine and no tobacco, and that's what a cigarette is. For this smoking alternative, they want to make sure that if you want that, if you start smoking Taats, say I'm in my town and I go to my one store and there's Taats there, and I really like my Taats, then all of a sudden I go on the other side of town or a town over and I can't get my Taats and I'm a smoker, I know that you'll go back to another brand. You'll buy a pack of cigarettes. The reason I know this is I work part-time in a vape store. I know how important it is to get people off of cigarettes, to get people off the addiction they've had all of their life. There are people coming in young, and it would surprise you the amount of people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s that are picking up vapes for their first time, that are trying to get off of tobacco because they know how dangerous it is for them, and they are trying to live a healthier lifestyle. Now, Taat is a revolutionary. I have vapes. There's vapes like there's big ones, there's small ones, there's a complete selection of different vapes, guys. But the ones that people always tend to, the entire vaping industry, and I have seen this for years, has moved towards smaller, reusable kind of vapes that have the pull of a cigarette. People don't want these massive clouds anymore. People don't want these tricks or the O's. It's all died out. We've seen it all over the industry because people want something that is, they just want something reminiscent of a cigarette. They want something in and out. They want something for their oral fixation. It's not about the grand paradise of the bravado of blowing clouds anymore. It's about getting that sensation to help you quit. It's not a game anymore. Vaping is not a game anymore. Vaping is just to help people get healthier. Now, why are we so frustrated as Taat shareholders? Well, you just look at the share price. You never know when to get in, get out. Now, I'm a long-term holder. I was buying in the mid-2s. I had friends getting in the mid-$1, and I bought all the way up to in the 3s, in the 4s, in the 5s. I was liquidating other positions. Now I'm telling you, I'm a patient guy. And I'll continue to be patient. I want this to be clear to all the TAT shareholders out there. I will not sell a single share of TAT unless I see something in the quarterly I don't like or something goes monumentally wrong. But I have not seen a company reach out with such a framework, just like Jewel did. And we all know how crazy Jewel was. They gave out free samples and they got everywhere. They were on Instagram and the media. And as much as I would like TAT to do that, I don't have to worry that much because TAT is doing the same thing. Guys, Jewel handed out free packets, they got great advertising, and this is a product with nicotine under strict regulations in tons of places. Now, TAT has so many less regulations, and there is a clampdown happening on vaping. I don't know if you're in America or Canada or where else in the world, but vaping is falling out of vogue legally and socially. But when it comes to TAT, it's coming into vogue. CBT, alternative healthy, things that are there to help you escape a nicotine lifestyle. Now, TAT is in PBR. They were in Mr. Super International. I hope I'm saying that right. They were just in the Mayweather-Logan Paul fight. That was a terrible fight. Don't get me wrong. You're watching this. It was a lot of hugging. Logan Paul did pretty good for who he was. Mayweather, you know, man, he tried his best. I don't think it was rigged. I just think it was a pretty sloppy fight. I do think Logan Paul used his size to his advantage. Lots of clinching. Besides the point. That TAT marketing, if you know what I mean, was a brilliant move. And those are the brilliant moves I continue to want to see from Seti Coscarella and the team. Will they keep doing it? I'm sure they will. I know that every single day they're producing, they're selling, they're working their online, they're working their samples. But I am just thinking the same thing. I'm over here waiting for my paycheck. Now, as an investor, I know you should love the company long term and all that. But as an investor who's using my money, I can't wait to see my returns. Now, this stock has been dead in the mid 3s with like 100,000, 200,000 volume every single day for weeks now. We got a slight boost from the fight. It's all gone now. People who were buying on that hype, it's all gone now. The price is somewhere under I believe it's around $3.30. That is a position I was investing in earlier about a month and a half ago. Still a position that I love at that price. Unfortunately, this stock is stuck on the CSE. When is the Nasdaq coming out? I know it takes time. It takes time for the Nasdaq listing to come out. It was approved in like 7 weeks. Like, we need that listing for brand awareness. We need that listing for volume. We need that listing so big eyes can see this. Now, big eyes are already on it because we know. We have known from interviews and we know from the chatter going around the social media and any of the investor sphere that the big boys are paying attention. We know that British American Tobacco is paying attention to this space. We know a lot of these big companies are paying attention to this space. But they're only paying attention. They have tried to enter this space before and I want to tell you, they have failed miserably. The amount of products that have come into the vape shop that have been smoking alternatives from the big everyone, they're awful. Nobody bought them. They were ungodly expensive, ungodly complicated. They were terrible. They tasted terrible. They weren't what the people needed. Now, TAT comes along, and I can guarantee you, I want to tell you that working in Canada in a small little shop, we've already had 3 phone calls. TAT's not even in Canada yet, and people are calling to see if we carry TAT. If that is not something that tickles your money bone, then I don't know what is. Now, the earnings are coming out. We have no idea. The Nasdaq listing is coming out. We have no idea. Volume is down. The share price is down. But again, not selling anything. Waiting to see the next move, waiting to see if TAT is going to rise above the haters, because this stock is shorted. People are betting against this stock. You Reddit crowd out there, you Reddit crowd who are looking for a stock that you want to jump or attack, don't do it with this one. Buy it for the long term. You think AMC has possibilities? TAT could revolutionize smoking. Taat could get bought out very easily. I mean very easily. If they get their legs running and another massive market cap company sees this, they will buy it up for the patents, for the process, for the facilities, for the networks. When this Crossmark deal comes in and it really because I know that Taat has a bunch of reps working with Crossmark, and they're moving across and they're getting ready for their big pounce, for their very big expansion. I know what there's Vegas facility coming up and their production means, which is already almost tapped out with the demand. I know what their online and their advertising. It feels like a powder keg. Now this is a speculative stock. It's by all metrics a terrible investment. You should never really play penny stocks. But sometimes you find a company and you can see the vision. And the vision is fantastic, but if there's no management behind it, then the vision doesn't matter how well it's implemented. There's no management. This management team is so good that I've told you I've risked $10,000 on it. It might not seem like a lot to you, but that's 9% of my entire portfolio. This is a very responsible investing channel where I tell you big companies like Fortis and Telus and Ryokan and Brookfield and all of these great plays. And I love my dividends, but you have to have growth in your portfolio. You have to have a lottery stock. Don't go crazy. Be disciplined. But Taat, I've got my bet on. My bet. I don't know what you're doing with your money, but my bet is on Taat. And I've done my research. And I've done my due diligence. And I am getting excited because I am holding, and I'm excited for that quarterly. So if you're excited for that quarterly, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, because you know we're talking about Taat. Any big thing that comes out of Taat, like we didn't talk about the Mayweather fight that much because it was a non-event. It was great advertising, but what does it mean for sales? What does it mean for engagement? They tripled their Instagram followers. So what? Show me a big avalanche. Show me the snowball. Show me how big it's getting. I want to know numbers, and I know you guys want to know numbers too. So SETI, if you're out there, Rich TV Live, we're talking about you guys. We're in it with you. We want to see it work out. We're super excited that it could. TAAT, T-A-A-T on the CSE, T-O-B-A-F on the OTC markets. And I believe it's 2PTF on the German markets. You'll have to look that up. I'll probably throw it up right there. It's a very low and thinly traded stock on that exchange, so it doesn't see much action. But guys, I hope you can hear the excitement in my voice and the conviction in this stock. Don't buy it if you don't believe in the company. Do your research. But I am excited. I want to see the bull riding numbers. I want to see the engagement numbers on social media. And I want to see that quarterly. Financial forecaster, let's go. Get enriched together. Let's do this. Have a great day.